So, yeah, I'm kind of just doing this live stream as an effort to let all of you know, like, where I'm at in life right now, why I haven't uploaded in a while, a few other things. And, it's kind of going to cover where I've been, like, this whole year. Um, yeah. So, this past last fall or December, I became the sole occupant of my apartment, which is a huge step in any young adult's life. I'm only 23 now. I was only 22 at the time, and that's a huge leap for anyone. It was a leap for my buddy to move in with his girlfriend. It was a leap for me to live on my own. I've never lived on my own before. I've always lived with one of my parents or for a short time back at college after I was kicked out. I was actually squatting in one of my friends' dorms for about a month and a half before the college caught on and forced me to leave, leading to me moving back in with my mother. And about a year and a half after that happened, I moved into where I'm at now. Um, and a lot's happened in the year since became alone here. Um, a lot's happened, and it took some getting used to living on my own, and it's taken a lot of reinforcement of myself. I've suffered from depression most of my life. So when I spend too much time thinking about where I'm at in life, I tend to lose control over those thoughts and I let them consume me, and it makes my life harder than it needs to be. And it's something that I don't have any control over. But it's something that I've learned to live with and manage. And while I'm not the best at it, I have ways of helping with that. I have to remind myself that I do have friends I can lean on and talk to, and that I'm not completely isolated. And this will all factor into what's going on with this channel in a little bit here. But after my buddy moved out, I sort of fell into my depression a little bit as it was coming up on the holiday season, which was, for most people with clinical depression, is a rough point in time as it is, comboing with seasonal depression. Um, the holidays are just not good for people with a depressive disorder at all. But after the holidays passed and as we moved into 2020, everyone knows what happened after 2020 hit, man. Fucking, we had worry about World War III. We had also a bunch of more celebrities. Can you fuck off with your loud ass truck, you dumb cunt? Fuck you. Um, sorry about that. I hate people. Uh, but and then COVID-19 hit, and for anyone who like follows me on Twitter, you'd know that I work on a college campus. I work for a company that contracts through the college to provide services that the students need, such as the bookstore, um, food service, the library. Like, our company runs everything on campus, and there's a reason why a lot of alumni call us the mafia in town. they have every right to, because the prices of shit is so ridiculous sometimes. The food at my unit is so overpriced. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Excuse me. But when spring break rolled around for the college, the administrators chose to shut the college down for the rest of the semester. Um, which, while it affected all of us workers on the campus, it was the right call. It kept the students safe for the remainder of the semester and all through the summer, and it helped keep us employees safe as well, because we were at a lowered risk to run into other people. Um, but this did have its drawbacks. The company would only paid us so much before officially laying us all off, because that's how seasonal companies do. Once the season's over, you're laid off, and then you can get unemployment for the off season, or you can find another job. Many of us go and find other jobs in the meantime, and I didn't do that initially because I was banking on the COVID relief fund. I got my $1,200 check. I thought, okay, things are going to be good for a little bit. I'm getting unemployment soon. I should be good to go. And then I got nothing. I didn't get the COVID relief fund with my unemployment. There's a lot of people who are like that, who didn't get the money that they deserve, that they needed, not even deserved, needed to survive, because in a small town like mine, I live in a town that's only known because it has the college. The restaurants around town aren't anything that's going to draw people in. There's no local businesses that are booming. There's nothing that would drive someone to come out of their way to visit my city other than to attend the college. And it makes finding a job in this town extremely difficult, because one thing that you're going to find in a lot of college towns is a lot of food service. But when the food service industry shuts down because of a pandemic, you put all of us out of work. And then when the government doesn't come through on their promises to the people, it makes things a lot harder. And for a few months over the summer, I lost my internet because I couldn't pay my bills. I lost phone service as well, and that made my depression even worse at the time. And I had been working on a large video, and I still have plans to publish that once I finish it and get it out there. I need to rework all of the fucking narration because I didn't think to record any of that in Audacity in the first place, and I was just working on it in the editing software that I have, which was a dumb idea. I shouldn't have done that. So I have to scrap all of that audio, redo all of it, and then put all of the pieces of the video together in a coherent manner, and then finally I can publish it. It's going to take a while. So that video probably won't be out for a while. This wasn't even the next video that was supposed to be on my channel. My next video was supposed to be a funny haha Fallout 4 video about melee builds, and I still intend to do the melee baseball bat goes bonk video for Fallout 4 eventually. After this stream, I don't know when, probably next week. I also intend to do a video giving my thoughts on Beyond Light, because I did pre-order that and I did play through it, and I really enjoyed the campaign, aside from Praxis. But I had my own issues going into that fight as it was, so I can't necessarily say it was all on the game. And I intend to replay the Praxis fight on one of my other characters before I go through that video. I'll probably include footage from that fight in that video. Um, so as the summer came, as we got to midsummer around July, I finally got another job working at a convenience store right around the corner from my apartment. And that was able to hold me over until the fall semester started, where I was able to start working at the college again. And a lot of the changes that we've had to make to our protocol because of COVID put a lot of stress on us as workers, and it has affected me. I don't think I've been this stressed in my life before, ever. Like, I've had several points in time where I just look at what's going on around me, and my only instinct is just to yell, just scream. Unfortunately, due to personal issues, type of screams. Like, I had a few nights ago, kid ordered at, I want to say it was like 10 o'clock, like an hour before we closed. Kid orders 5 fucking cheese pizzas. And I was, why? Why did you order 5 cheese pizzas on Grubhub? Why? Why do you hurt us like this? And I know why they're doing it. It's because the semester is closing out soon. They're trying to get off campus and they want to spend their fucking college food money, because otherwise they're not getting it back next semester. That shit doesn't fucking transfer. That's how they get you. That is one of the biggest scams on colleges, is that you have your meal plan and then you have your food money allowance thing that rolls in with your food or with your meal plan. You get so many meals a week and then you get X number of dollars for food in the commercial units on campus every semester. And the biggest fucking scam is that those food dollars do not transfer to your next semester. They never will, because they're trying to get you. That is one of the ways that colleges get you, because college is not about educating the masses anymore. It's about making money. And it's been like that for decades. Even my grandfather recognized that. But yeah. So things got rough in September, I want to say it was. One of our teammates, for personal reasons, had to leave, and the company is refusing to hire anyone to replace them until next year, until the spring semester, because reasons. They don't want to bring someone in the middle of the semester because of COVID, or because it'll take too long to train them. But now would have been the best time to do that, because we need, if they're going to learn how to do this and how to operate under pressure in this kind of environment, the best way to learn is trial by fire. You're not going to learn anything if you're not tested as you're learning it. And it's put so much more stress on those of us in our unit. And it's one of my friends summed it up best. He texted me one day. He was like, "Hey, checking in on you, seeing how you're doing." I was like, stressed out. That's all I had to say, was that I was stressed. And his only response to that was, "Pretty sure that's just your personality at this point." And he's right. I'm always stressed out. And the end of October did not help. at the leading up to the end of October, their stress was getting to me, and I had a mental breakdown in the middle of the month. Um, just curled up in bed one night and was just like freaking out because I'm already having a hard go of it. Things are getting more stressful at work. I'm working 2 jobs and still just getting by, only being able to put a little bit into savings at a time, and I'm trying to move across the country in a year's time. Um, yeah, talk about adding more shit to the pile. Wash, good job. Um, but on October 22nd, I went up to a nearby city for my birthday for a couple of reasons. I wanted to go pick up my phone from the mall that I had left it at before COVID hit because I needed to get my screen repaired. And yeah, I get that whole story goes something like I was badgering the guy for 2 months about where the fuck my phone screen was because he told me it would take about 5 days to get my phone screen in. And then it was 2 weeks. And then it was a week. And then I call him up one day. I'm like, yo, where is my screen? Can I come up, get my phone put back together again, and go home? And he said, the mall closed yesterday due to COVID. But the good news is your screen came in today. The bad news is I can't go in and get your screen. I'm like, okay, are you going to send me an email or call me when you can go in and get my phone and repair it? And he didn't really have much to say about that. So the mall reopens, and in October, or the mall reopens in August, and I go up there with the same buddy I went up there in October to go get it back. And they weren't at the booth, which was weird because the mall had said that they reopened. The mall had said that that booth had reopened. Okay, kind of odd. So I waited out. I wait until I finally can get a day off work where my buddy is not working either. We both have the day off. We're both going to be chill. And we go up to the mall on October 22nd, 2020 to go get my phone back. And there's a different booth there. I mean, it's another screen repair place. But the guys who had my phone fucked off with it. A $400 phone. Wasn't too happy. So I tell my dad what happened because he's the one who paid for the screen repair there. And he wasn't too happy about that, but we both walked away with the knowledge that next time, just wait for me to have the money and send my fucking pixels back to Google. Because fucking Google will be reliable and send me my goddamn phone back. So yeah, after that, I started making preparations for Halloween. I didn't get Halloween off like I wanted to, but my job was letting us wear our costumes on Friday and Saturday, the 30th and the 31st for Halloween. So my costume was this little plague doctor mask, a cheapy one I bought on Amazon, and the hat that I have for work. It's just a plain black baseball cap. It's the one that our company gave us, and a chef's coat. And the joke was that I was the plague chef, and I was going to cure your ailments with food. And funny, haha, jab at the state of the world, you know. And as I'm getting ready and I go in and I have a fairly decent night on Friday with my costume. Have to take the mask off about halfway through the night because I just can't fucking see a thing. It's fogging up. I have to bring the tickets all the way up to the lens for me to read it. It's too much of a hassle, so I take it off. I go about the rest of my night, and the next morning I'm packing up my bag to go back into work. I should say next afternoon because I work 4 to 1:30, 4 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Friday and Saturday. So the next afternoon, I'm packing up my bag and I'm getting ready to go to work, and get a call from my grandmother. On October 30th, 2020, my mom passed away. Currently, the cause is unknown, and I won't have a cause of death for another 30 to 90 days. Yeah, I didn't. I never really thought that this kind of thing would happen like this. Like you don't you don't really think that some of the people that you care about most are going to die until they do. Like that what happened came completely out of left field. I had just seen her 8 days before she passed, and then just like that, my grandmother's got detectives at her door. I'm getting a phone call from her. And then later that Saturday night, I'm getting a call from the ME saying, I'm really sorry about your loss. This is what's going on. Department of Social Services will help you with everything, yada yada yada. And it's honestly, I didn't think that I'd lose one of my parents this early in my life. I honestly thought that my mother was going to live longer than most of the people in my family and our close friends group just out of spite alone. Just because there are so many people in our family who are backbiting, conniving, devious pieces of shit. And I'm not even going to be fucking sly about saying that. I'm just going to be blunt because it's true. And I don't I don't believe in the concept of family only running as deep as blood. That's not how family works in my eyes and in my mind. Family is far more about who is with you through thick and thin, through the good times and the bad. And as much as my mom was an imperfect person, and as much issues as I have had with her in the past few years, I still loved her, and she was still one half of the heart of my family, the other half being my dad. And this last few weeks have been hard. I've had family telling me what I need to do. I had one family member who was badgering me about a cause of death or plans for arrangements and such. And I snapped and told her off. I actually woke up to a text from her not 4 days after, not even 3 days after I learned that my mother was dead, that she had passed away cold, was no longer with us. I woke up not 4 days after learning that, and she's pestering me about a cause of death. And I told her that she would know as soon as I had something to tell her, and until then, she needed to fuck off. And I think it's in the last couple of weeks that I realized that even if I make plans to make videos, I'm not in a mental state to do it and to produce the content that I want to produce at the quality that I'd like to. I know that my videos aren't like fucking stellar editing and like god tier fucking shit that you see people produce, like the largest fucking channels on this platform produce at any given point in time. I fucking make these things in Windows Movie Maker just to give you a general idea of how fucking bad I am at this shit. I've been making them in Movie Maker since I started. So yeah, even still, I'm not in a state where I can do any large projects like I'd like to do and do it well. I'm even doing this little live stream is fairly difficult at the moment. And I've been drinking the whole time. I'm not in a good place right now. And I know that some of my friends, when they see this, are going to text me and ask me why I haven't said anything. And I just want them to know it's not that I didn't want to tell them, but it's that it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to admit when I'm failing, when I'm not well. And it's all because I try not to be a burden on others. Yeah. It's been a rough year. And these last couple months have been pretty rough. The roughest. If any of you are worried that I might do something drastic, don't worry about that. I've been there, thought about it, had a plan, sat there trying to execute it for hours and just couldn't do it. I don't have it in me to self-harm or take my own life. So no one has anything to worry about on that front. I promise you. But if I isolate myself from people, if I try to just stick my head in my work and just do shit, keep myself productive, that's how I'm trying to deal with all this. So yeah. Life hasn't been that great in the past few months. This year has been pretty rough for me. I'm probably going to try to get back to making content within the next few weeks or months. I know that starting around Thanksgiving, I'm going to have a lot more time off of work, which will open up a social life for me and bring me time to make content. But other than that, it's yeah, this channel is probably going to remain pretty quiet for a while. Yeah, so with that being where I'm at and where things are going for the channel, I think I'll cut it here. I'm pretty sure YouTube fucking saves the live streams to your channel. I don't know. This is the first time I fucking live streamed here. Peace. Try to have a good day. Try to stay strong no matter what goes on in life. Things get hard and things get easier. It's cyclical. You just need the strength to endure it, and I hope that you can find that. Have a good night.